beer manufacturing industry, and that manufacturer came and complained to Pasteur telling, I don't understand, the beer what we are manufacturing out of beetroot is spoiling day by day. So now there was a discovery again. He searched out and he found out there was yeast used for it. And yeast, he told that if the yeast is active, for example, when we are baking, what do we do if the yeast is dry? If it is inactivated yeast, we make it active. How? By using warm water and sugar. Yes? So here also he told that yeast is made up of tiny living cells. It is a living body, and if it is in the active state, active in the sense it is not harmed by anything, then it will surely make sure that your beer is very tasty. If the yeast is in inactive state, that is, it is affected by some disease, understand that your beer is spoiled. So this was the conclusion he gave. So he came to a conclusion telling the product what you're using in manufacturing of beer is yeast, and you need to make sure that the yeast is activated always. Then, after a few years, Pasteur was made director of scientific studies at a famous college in Paris. Students, underline these sentences. After a few years, Pasteur was made director of scientific studies at a famous college in Paris. He was still thinking about decay and yeast and germs, and one of the problems that he was trying to answer was this: do germs form from other germs, or do they just come from themselves? People like Pasteur believed that germs were carried in the air and might infect other things that came in contact with them. Others believed in what they called spontaneous generation. That is, they believed that germs had no parents but just occurred by themselves. Okay, now he became the director of scientific studies at college in Paris. Now, though his position was rising day by day. First he became the professor, then he was made the principal, and now he's become the director. But his mind is still filled with the thoughts like, why does food get decayed? Do you ever think what's wrong with our food? For example, your mother packs hot food, and when you open the tiffin box in afternoon, what happens? Food is spoiled. Reason? Question mark. We don't know. So Louis Pasteur also had these questions going on in his mind. So one day he thought that, according to Louis Pasteur told, germs come from air, water, soil, and few plants and animals. And other people believe that germs have no parents; they are born by themselves. To come to one statement, there was another discovery done by Louis Pasteur. Can you guess what can the experiment be? Yes, can you all? Okay, let's see what it is now. So, Louis Pasteur came to a conclusion, and finally he did one experiment. The experiment was, he cooked soup, okay? And he took 3 bowls, he took 3 bowls and he stored the soup in 3 bowls, and he heated that very nicely. And what he did, after heating it, he heated even the neck of in which he stored the soup, he heated the neck of those bottles also. After heating, the necks of those bottles became long, and he bent those bottles necks. He took 3 bottles, he did the same. For the first bottle, he bent little, the second bottle a little more, and for the third bottle, he bent deeply. And now, he finds that the first bottle, which has little bent neck, the soup gets decayed. And second bottle, the soup has little decay, not fully decayed, but it's decayed. And the last bottle, he finds that there's no change in the soup. The soup is as it was cooked. What can the conclusion be for this? Because according to Louis Pasteur, the germs are carried by air, water and soil. Oh, understood? So here what do you think? Do you think germs are entering the bottles? Yes, let's read now. Pasteur proved that he was right by a very simple and clever experiment. He put some soup into some bottles and then he boiled it in order to destroy any germs that might already be in the soup. After that, he treated and pulled out the neck of each bottle until it formed a long, narrow neck with a big bend in the middle. The soup remained there for a long time, and it never went bad as it would have done if it had been standing in a bowl in the kitchen. That, said Pasteur, is because there are no parent germs in the soup and they cannot reach it because of the bend in the long tube. So he took one of the bottles and spilled a little of the soup down the tube so that it settled in the bend. This soup went bad. We often speak of dust traps. Well, this bend in the tube was a dust trap because the dust, which as we know now may carry germs with it, could get as far as the bend but no farther, and it settled there and infected the soup. So now he came to a conclusion that germs are carried by air. People still didn't believe. So what he did, he bent that bottle little and he brought that little soup to the bent part of the bottle. And now he left that for some days and he finds that the soup is decaying now. He tells that, see, there is germs carried by the air. That is the reason the soup has gone wrong. So this is how he concluded germs are present in air, water and soil. So that is the reason now, currently we all are wearing masks. What's the reason? Because we are afraid. When we sneeze, we leave out germs. And we're scared where it can come and infect us. Yes, that is the only thing what we do now. This is the only one of many hundreds of experiments which Pasteur made to show how full the air is of dust particles and how germs may be carried by this dust. One very useful experiment was made to show the difference between pure and stale air. Pasteur again filled some bottles with soup. He took some into a little hotel bedroom where the air hardly ever changed, broke their necks off so that the air could enter freely, and after a few minutes sealed them up again. He then took some bottles into a field nearby and did the same with them. Finally, he opened some on the top of a high mountain and again sealed them up. What was the result? When they were examined, the bottles opened in the hotel bedroom were full of soup which had gone completely mouldy, and the bottles opened in the field were mouldy but not quite so bad. Those opened on the mountain had no germs in them at all. So now we always tell that this air is impure, don't go near the factories, they let out smoke. Because what happens when the smoke is mixed with air? Air becomes impure. So here also Pasteur wanted to explain to people telling that air has germs, but there are differences in air, which part of the air carries germs. To explain them, what he did, when we go out, we stay, for example, when we go out to a tourist place, we stay up in hotels, right? So hotel rooms are completely packed. So he took one bottle of soup to the hotel room, he opened the bottle, left it open. He made sure the air should enter the bottle. Again he closed it. He did the same experiment. He took one more bottle to one ground, opened, closed. Again one more bottle to the mountain, opened, closed. Now after days he finds that the soup which was stored in hotel room went bad. The field one also went bad. But when he came and checked the mountain bottle, he tells that the soup was not turned bad. Why? Yes, because the air had carried germs. The air at the higher, we know that the oxygen level decreases as we go higher. Yes? So something as such here Pasteur wanted to explain.